Live? I'm not sure. Hi everyone, welcome back to Alice and the Giant Bookshelf, and welcome to the final plod. Well, sort of. We have got a live reaction next week, but this is the final Plodalong plod. So we have got the lovely Dani today with us from Dani's Book World. Welcome, Dani. And of course, I've got the lovely Charlie. I will learn which way to point one day, but not today. And Jem is somewhere down at the bottom of the screen as well. So yeah, let us know if you're here. And yeah, welcome to the final plod. I keep singing like the final countdown in my head.
Oh my gosh, me too.
I've got that in my head.
Yeah, I've had it in my head for days. I shouldn't have ever put "it's the final plod" because it just flipped it over in my head. So yeah, first of all, welcome to our lovely Dani.
Hello.
Lovely to see you. And
this feels strange after a while. It's like been missing for ages, and then I'm like, oh, I'm back on camera. So,
yeah. We will get you back on BookTube.
I will do it eventually. Yeah.
Secret plan. So yeah, it seems a very long time ago now, but you made a predictions list, Dani, for this, and then like all of us, the predictions didn't particularly come true. But have you been reading any from this list, or not yet, or any you would like to read?
I am reading Demon Copperhead.
Yay!
That's what I'm reading just now. This is the and I started the marriage portrait. Typical Dani fashion. Started the marriage portrait. Haven't read it. Haven't read this. Haven't read any of them. But I am.
That's a good one to come into it with, actually. You know us quite well for doing that.
Literally on chapter 3.
Yeah. What are you thinking of it so far?
So I am enjoying it, but I think it's taken me a while to get into her style of writing.
Yes.
Because at first I feel I was a bit like, I think I'm missing things, but now I'm getting into it, like, and I feel like because everyone loves this book that I will love it. I think it's just me trying to get into her style of writing. Not that it's bad, I'm enjoying it. It's just
And also sometimes once a book's been really hyped, you feel like, oh, I'm definitely going to love this, but like you start to not be able to read it for the pressure. I get that.
Yeah, so
I think once you get into the narrative voice, because obviously it's first person, I think once you sort of get into Demon's head, that it will just click for you and you'll be like, yes, this is so good.
I think that's what it is. I think I have to realise that it's I normally read third person points of views. So reading a first person, I'm like, oh, this is strange. But no, I think I will enjoy it. I am enjoying it so far. I am enjoying it. So
yeah. It's good.
I think you'd really like the Bandit Queens as well. You should definitely.
I do have that on my
Kindle. That is so good. You have to do that. That is so good.
I have that on my Kindle.
That was a good one. Yeah, so shall we see who is in the chat today? We've got Amelia was first in today.
Hi, Amelia.
Yeah, Amelia. Hello, everyone.
Amelia Barlow. And we've got Jennifer.
Hello.
Our lovely friend Jennifer. Hi. And we've got Charlie, the other Charlie, not this Charlie. He says, "Hey up, ducks." That's probably not the right northern accent there. And we've got Ariane, hi, and Anne. Good morning, Anne.
Just realised I'm waving and my flabby arms going. We should move like this.
I feel like everything technology-wise is on a go slow today because I don't know, maybe it's too hot. I think my broadband's overheated. Glenda says happy Sunday. Hey Glenda. And Kate says, hey.
Hello.
Okay. And Brian. No, Brian. No.
No.
Brian's asking, are we going to do a book prize plod along? No. We're all plodded out now.
We are plodded out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No.
He's naughty saying that, isn't he?
Yes.
If anyone else wants to host a book of Plodalong, they are more than welcome.
Or go over to Kieran's from KD Books and just do all of the Kieran-ness.
Discord stuff, yeah.
Yeah, we're leaving the book to Kieran.
Yeah, we need a break.
Yeah. But you never know if we might be tempted if they bring out this women's prize for non-fiction.
Yeah, though I did hear it's going to run parallel to the women's prize for fiction. So
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I'll be really disappointed if that's the case. I think it's a missed opportunity because people won't be able to read both.
No. It's a shame because I think a lot of people do like the challenge of like having a long list to read and like seeing if they're going to get through it. But if there's 2 long lists at the same time, realistically, who is going to be able to do that?
I can't imagine them doing 16 books for a non-fiction as well, because I feel like non-fiction reads very differently to fiction. I'd feel like you'd have to have, I can't imagine more than 12 even. Like, I just don't think it's really, like, I think that's too much to ask.
Yeah,
and it overlaps with the Gillette Prize and the Carol Shields Prize and the Pulitzer Prize, and it's just like, it's a lot all at once, isn't it?
Yeah, I really think it would be good in like the autumn time. I like reading non-fiction in autumn.
I agree.
And then it wouldn't clash with the Booker either, or not too much with the Booker. I don't know. But anyway, Glenda says the audio version of Demon is so good. I think you read the audio version, didn't you, Charlie?
I listened and did I listen? No, yeah, I did listen to it. Yeah, I have got the physical copy now, but yeah, I did listen to it. Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah, it's good.
And Sarah is watching from the beach.
Oh, nice.
And signal isn't great. That could be us though, Sarah. I think my signal is really poor today. All the others look like they're on the go.
I'd love to know who else has got this really hot weather.
Yeah, we can never cope with hot weather in this country, can we?
We can't. Oh, hi Charlotte.
Hi,
it's probably hot where Charlotte is.
Yes, probably a lot hotter than here.
What's
the temperature, Charlotte? Tell us what the temperature is, Charlotte. And then we can stop complaining as much. Even though...
And Brian says, sorry, should have said hello first. Hi, Brian. But still no Booker. And Zach's here. Hi, Zach.
Hey, Zach.
And Brian would like to formally protest our decision not to continue the Plodalong. It is nice that you're all enjoying the Plodalong so much. You want it to continue.
Just have it all year round, and we'll just be like, we
definitely do need a break. And Ibsen says they should be different.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. It took me a while to register what that was meaning, but I just think it'd be so much more beneficial to like showcase all of the authors properly.
Yes.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
And Charlotte also agrees it would have been better to separate the fiction and non-fiction. I mean, maybe if everybody says to them that, and that's the reaction that they get, then they might, I don't know, they might be like,
they must have decided, surely, if it's announced.
Yeah, but I mean, if you did it and it proved really unpopular and people didn't read the books because they couldn't keep up with all the books, they might reconsider it a second year, maybe. Don't know. You never know, do you? You always have to have 1 year that's like the trial run.
Yeah, that's true.
Jennifer hates hot weather. I wish I could estivate.
I don't know what estivate is. I'm stupid. I need to.
I don't know either.
I don't know what that word means.
I'm trying to work out what Jennifer might mean.
Google it. Maybe estivate is a fancy word that we just or from Liverpool. Maybe it's a Liverpool word.
Charlotte actually confirmed she called her dad this morning and he was complaining it was 24 degrees where he was.
No, it
27 here.
It's actually 28 here now this afternoon.
Yeah, 29 in Kent.
It's 26.3 in my actual bedroom, but I think outside is like 3 or 4 degrees higher. I don't know. No, I don't know.
Charlie, did you have a verdict on estivation? Because I think Jennifer's about to tell us what it is.
Well, it says estivate, so because it says estivation, state or condition of torpidity or dormancy induced by the heat or dryness of summer. That's what it said.
Oh, and Jennifer says hibernation, but in the summer.
But you probably this is like you translate everything. Jennifer knows everything.
I could do with hibernating all year round, so handy word to know. It's good to see that Glenda's confused as well, not just us.
I'm permanently
and Rebecca has joined us as well. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca.
So yeah, I feel like it's been a really, really long time since we plodded. I feel like I've forgotten what we talk about. But it can't have been that long.
We've got the questions. 3 questions.
Pizza. Pineapple on a pizza. Remember that?
No, that's the second
one. Yes, 3 questions. Dani's way ahead. So the first question, which we did ask you about beforehand, Dani, so you can prepare, is what was your last 5-star read by a woman? Or if you don't do 5 stars, your last best book by a woman?
It was Jamaica Inn by Daphne du Maurier.
Nice.
So good. It's probably one of my favourite books I've ever read. I loved it so much.
Brilliant.
And I didn't expect to love it as much as I did, but it was just, I think it was just the atmosphere. I felt like I was on those moors.
Yeah.
So good.
Such a good book.
So that was my last 5-star.
I feel like DDM is always good for the autumn. Or like I love a du Maurier in the autumn. Like,
yes.
I mean, I think when was that for your book club?
I feel like it was winter time. Did we read it in January?
That's how long.
January, February.
Yeah.
That sounds about right, since I have finished the book.
That's quite a slump, Dani.
My reading year's not going very well.
Oh, bless you.
It's not. Well,
that is very, very slumpy, but
very
I
slumpy.
sometimes think if you don't feel like reading, it's a shame to like force it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't know what's happening because every book I pick up, nothing's gripping me. Although I did read a book last month. No, I did read a book last month. I read a thriller.
Sorry?
It was a thriller.
Oh, you were reading the Lisa Jewell books, weren't you?
That's it, Lisa Jewell. The Night She Disappeared, that was it.
Yeah, because you said you were on a bit of a thriller kick. So you have read some books, Dani.
So I've read one more than I thought. Because I've not read anything since.
Oh, we've lost Jem.
Oh, that's all right. She'll be back.
Too much heat.
Yes.
I'm just going to blame the heat, everything on the heat.
It's going to break all of the internet connections. Just all of our internet.
It's broken the internet. The heat has broken the internet.
Yeah, she's back.
And that is an excuse.
But I'm on my phone because, my laptop doesn't want to play today.
Oh, bless you.
I think I'm just blaming everything on warm weather. I don't know why. That's what I do. Anne is saying, since I retired, I like to hibernate all year round. I concur with this. Hibernating is good. And Jennifer says, that is the dream. It's the dream. So, yeah, Dani, you've already preempted our next question. our controversial question, which has had everybody talking this year for some bizarre reason, which is, what is your favourite pizza topping?
So I like from Domino's, a mighty, is it mighty meat? Mighty meaty.
Oh, good shout.
And it's
That's
got
a good
mushrooms and sausage. Ham? Is it ham?
Yeah, it's got ham on, yeah.
You're going to be...
Gem knows ground beef. But I love mushroom on a pizza. Absolutely love mushroom on a pizza.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Oh, I'm so glad we had
You're just talking to
good
me, sorry.
answer for the last plodder.
I think Dani's just won the Plodalong there.
You have.
There you
You are the
I
winner.
don't
taken
think
3
we've seen
months to
Jem
get
this
an
happy
answer
the
I
entire
actually
time.
like.
So like, yeah, because you don't, Gemma didn't want any, like, you don't mind the margaritas, do you? But you really want a good meat feast. That's
Yeah, margarita is just a bit basic, isn't it? It's like, it's fine, but
I like a margarita.
like for children's parties.
Yeah, I was about to say my youngest loves a margarita, but that's a child. I'm like, no, I want all the meat on mine.
All of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna have to
Well,
stop soon.
at least we I'm glad we saved Dani to the end, because this Gemma can go out on a high now.
I know, I feel vindicated.
Although we do all secretly love it when her face goes like this.
We do.
Well, I didn't realise that BookTube likes such weird things on pizzas. I mean, dear God.
I don't think you realised you were inviting so many vegetarian and vegan guests at the time.
I did not. We'll definitely have to ask something less controversial like next year.
Yeah.
You say that. You so know you're going to try and find something controversial.
Glenda's saying it's Fahrenheit here, so I'm confused. I have no idea what that is in Fahrenheit. Glenda.
I think it's like, I don't know, is it like 100? I don't know. No. What, 20? I think 29. Say if it's 29, which is that's a bit like averaging, then it's like that means it's 84.2 degrees Fahrenheit for the American US people. So roughly, it's about 84, 85, maybe 86 here. I don't know. Is that right?
Charlie, you're so quick at the Google. Like every single question we've been asked, I feel like you're like the Google queen over there.
It's taken to this point of the Plodalong to get to like that.
And Jennifer says, "I've never seen Jem so happy."
I was delighted.
And Glenda's excited about that as well. Meat lovers pizza.
Yeah.
Glenda says, "Yay, Dani." And Anne says she now may have to have a pizza delivered.
Do it.
That is a good idea.
If nothing else, this is what the Plodalong has done for people. They've increased the
We endorse this.
Yeah. We should have taken out shares in Domino's before we started.
Yeah.
Or asked us.
Well, right back at the beginning, I can remember we were influencing everybody to eat cheese on toast when we had Charlie, and he just liked cheese on toast.
Which is yummy. I love a good cheese on toast.
Oh, I love cheese on toast. I've not had that in ages.
Yeah. It's a bit hot for cheese on toast right now, though.
It is.
If it's hot,
although I did have a cheese toasty yesterday, and it was boiling yesterday.
Because I'm not as bad as you guys up here.
This is true.
So I could eat something thinner. This is too thick. Not wafting it adequately.
We're causing Glenda to get a pizza ordered delivered as well.
Excellent.
I need to go over to my poetry collections. My poetry collections are probably the right thickness to waft.
Mm-hmm.
I found an old Mother's Day card.
Seeds there. The love does handy.
Handy.
And Glenda says, "Thanks, Charlie, for translating the temperature." And says Glenda, "Except I would have to get dressed to go downstairs."
Stay in your PJs. Just stay in your PJs.
No, you don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about all you
So-
fellow plodders as well? Everyone in the comments, you let us know how you all are, how you all doing. How's your
Yes,
Sunday
do.
going?
Yes.
Let us know what you're reading as well, because I'm sure we'll get to that shortly.
Yeah.
And Jem, I think you're going to have a different answer to Memphis today. I'm very excited for it.
I have got a different answer to Memphis. So I'm reading I'm a Fan.
Yes, finally.
Ooh.
But I've just realised I'm not going to be able to read it during the plods because I'm reading it on my phone, which I'm now using to live stream.
Slight fly in the ointment there.
Yeah, best laid plans. But I don't know. I feel like I'm sitting on the fence with it. Like Alice, really. I think it's really clever how it's done, and some of the discussion points in it are super interesting, particularly around social media. I think for us being on YouTube, like some of the things about sharing your life and how people view you and how you put yourself out to the world, I think is really, really interesting.
Yeah.
But I actually think it would have been better as a non-fiction set of essays.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Oh, really?
I would read non-fiction about that, like especially from her, because I do like her I think her writing's really good. Like,
yeah, I'm not super invested in the main character or the overall storyline, but her discussion around what her character's going through, I think is interesting. If that makes any sense at all.
No, it does. It does. Yeah.
Now you say that, actually, it is kind of like a story about the main character, plus also like a lot of almost non-fiction about social media.
Yeah, and obsession and the way that you view yourself with other people, and so
yeah, the main character is super unlikable, and I'm a fan. Like that's why I loved the book but hated it at the same time. If you know what I mean.
I think she is and she isn't though, because I think there are parts of her personality that people relate to, and they're like, actually, especially as an older person, looking back at when I was in my 20s and at uni and stuff, I'm like, I did act a bit like that sometimes.
I think that for me was part of the cleverness. Like, it does make you feel a bit uncomfortable about yourself at times, because you're a bit like, if you identify this characteristic in this really unlikable seemingly character, you do feel a bit uncomfortable. I think some of the stuff about social media in particular, I was like, maybe I'm not there at that point where she is, but you can see how people can go down that rabbit hole. Yeah. It does make you feel a bit uncomfortable.
It does make you feel very uncomfortable, but really cleverly written. So as a debut, I think it's really different, and I'm really glad it's on the list. Even though it's not something I would say I'm actively enjoying as I read it, I'm finding it more intriguing, I think.
I'm so jealous of you wafting. I'm like, I get something that actually works to waft.
You got your little fan, Charlie. Haven't you got your little fan?
I don't know where it's gone. I think the kids have nicked it.
Oh no!
This is what happens to Brits when it gets hot. We just self-combust.
Honestly, it doesn't take a lot for me personally. Even in the winter, I do this, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm just not a heat person. Like my husband, he can sit out and sunbathe on holiday all day in the sun, and I'm like, no, where are the umbrellas?
I'm a sun worshipper.
Are you? I can't do it. I can't go.
Yeah.
I have to go back to the room every hour just to stand in front of the aircon.
Yeah, we sat out in the actual sun to have lunch last weekend, I think it was, and it was still really windy, so luckily there was a breeze, but I just can't hack it for more than must have sat there for an hour, and I was like, I'm too hot now.
I used to be like that, and then I started working on the building. I worked on the building site for maybe 4 or 5 years or whatever, and when it was the height of summer, I would be working in a kitchen that got up to 40, seriously 40 degrees, and we'd be obviously the heated appliances around you're cooking everything, and so it was mad. So after that, everything else seems like I feel like I know I can cope with it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you can do that, I feel like you could cope with most. It's mostly about keeping hydrated. I think actually that's the thing that the lesson I learned.
Yeah.
as Dani, you need to stay,
I was like, have some
I
water.
was like, well, not with alcohol.
you need to stay hydrated, Dani.
No, do not keep hydrated with alcohol. That's a bad plan.
No, you
That's not a good plan.
Yeah, Brian's saying it's 86, which is 30 Celsius here in Texas, but they all have air conditioning, so we have it worse.
This is it. This is it. I think I had this discussion with Scott last year, and he said, "But our houses are made to be cool, and our houses are made to be warm."
Yeah,
Yeah, because it's like because we live when it's winter, it's cold in Britain.
Yeah.
So everything's insulated to the max, and I'm like, why is my house so hot? Like I'm only at 22 degrees. I say only 22 degrees, but that's for Scotland incredibly warm.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why is the whole house is like an oven? It's because it's so well insulated. Oh,
Yeah.
It's horrible. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
I'm
I
gonna
always
go grab
think
one.
that-
Opposite me, 2 seconds.
I always think that we can't actually cope with either extreme. So, like when we have snow, the country grinds to a halt completely. And when we have sun, it's like, oh, we're all too hot.
And you think
Yeah.
that the used to us having snow? It happens every year.
It does happen
Yeah.
every year.
Like,
It does happen every year.
Poetry collections is definitely the way
this
to go.
hot weather seems to be happening every year as well. Actually,
It's getting worse.
it's getting more.
Every year I'm like, next year I'm definitely going to get some aircon. And then every year I'm like, I get to winter and I'm like, it won't be that
We
bad.
don't need it.
Yeah. I feel like just before this summer, Jim was like, we should get like an air conditioning unit. And I was like, we'll be fine. And now I'm hot. Of
Yeah.
course.
But I was literally wearing a jumper on Monday. It was cold. I wore
Yeah.
a jumper.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, come on, man. At least like ease us into it.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, up until this week, it's really been that type of weather where you could be like really wrapped up warm in the morning and by the afternoon you're boiling.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So, yeah. I think, is it time for our challenge? Is Dani prepared for our challenge? I'm wondering.
Oh no.
Don't worry, you're okay, don't worry.
No, I'm not prepared in the least.
No.
You're okay. I feel like I should go and have I got any long listed books I can just linger in the background?
Oh, do I need to know the authors' names as well?
No.
Oh, that's good.
So, in case anybody has missed this bit in the past, this is the part of the show where we torture our guests by asking them to name as many Women's Prize listed books from throughout the years, any years, in 30 seconds.
Okay.
So we've had some mixed results. And how's the leaderboard looking, Jem? Not to be intimidating to Dani, but...
So at the top we've got Kieran on 30 and Jennifer on 22.
I'll be pleased if I get 5.
Well, if you get 5, you'll be in good company because you'll be with Fraser and Jen the librarian. So if you get less than 5, you officially win the booby prize, which is us mocking you mercilessly for the next 12 months.
I feel like she should get bonus points for doing it in the heat.
And with a
Thanks,
hangover.
Charlie.
Got your back, Tom.
Am I on notes?
Is that all right?
yes, please.
And I'll get the timer.
So they can be long listed, yeah. It's not just like
So,
It can be anything from this year.
or
You could just say this-
shortlisted. Don't have to say the author. Can be from any year, including this year. So you can just say ones.
You can literally just name anything you know from this year's list if you want, and you'd be okay.
that's fine.
I feel like I want to psychically communicate them to you. I'm like,
do you feel
Actually-
ready, Dani?
I actually have a few in my head, so yeah.
Okay, we're going to give you a 5-second countdown, and then Charlie's going to start the clock. Jem, you ready to write?
I'm ready.
Awesome. So we will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hamnet, Marriage Portrait, Demon Copperhead, I'm a Fan, Bandit Queens, Trespasses, Pod. Not that one's went out of my head. Circle. I can see it. Ruth Ozeki's one. I can see it.
The Book
Oh,
of
you
Form
did
and
so well.
That's it.
Well done, Dani.
You got 8.
Yay!
You got
Not
8.
as
You're
good
not at the
footing.
bottom.
I'm not at
Yeah,
that
that's
point.
really good.
respectable.
Eight's brilliant.
Actually,
How 30? How is that possible?
It was a feat of like
It
nothing.
was-
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
But you got
We
the
do not know
same
how
as
Kieran did that.
Eric, Carl Anderson, and Heather from Reading with a Vengeance. So
Oh, good company.
I think you did well.
I'm pleased with that.
I do. I mean, 30 was really just like crazy, wasn't it? We couldn't
And he
actually
did
keep up with
practice.
him.
He did practice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, that's.
And he did look up all of the ones with the short titles.
Brilliant.
Choke Gem. I don't want the plod along to where Gem chokes on a.
Yeah, Jem's
Water.
last pod, literally.
This is sweat along.
I have
This
no
is quite a
idea where we are with the comments. Oh, here we go. Let's see what some people are reading today, because some people have told us. If I can make the comments show up.
Have you read that, Gem?
So I've read it twice. It's
I
really
love it. It's a good book.
Brilliant book. Best,
It's got,
one of the best baddies.
yeah, I was gonna say one of the most unlikable. Like,
Yeah, she is a piece of work. I loved her.
I've not read that yet. I feel like I really need to.
You really do. It's such a good book.
I've not even heard of it.
John Steinbeck.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
I haven't even read Of Mice and Men yet, so I need to get on with that.
That is also an excellent book.
And Sarah is still reading Bridge of Clay by Marcus Zusak, but up to
nearly
page
finished.
450
You're really close.
of 580. Very good. Let us know how you're getting on with that, because I am really interested in that one. I love The Book Thief so much. Glenda says the same here is NC North Carolina.
North Carolina, yeah. The only reason I know that is One Tree Hill.
Yay, whoever
I used to
invented
love
air
that
conditioning.
programme.
I love it so much. It's my favorite.
Oh dear, I never watched that. That's probably why I don't know what NC is.
Oh, so good. I feel like teenage. It's really dated now, but
Yeah, I wouldn't go back to it as an adult.
no, as a teenager, I loved it.
Are you enjoying it, Anne?
Yes, let us know what you think.
Yeah. So Anne is about 2/3 of the way through it, and Charlotte's reading it as well. Are you reading it together, or just coincidence? Right, Charlie says, having spent the day buddy reading a book with Charlie, I'm now back to An Ordinary Wonder by Buki Papillon, as chosen by Charlie.
I have got that on my Kindle. I need
It's
to
good.
read it.
Yeah, and it counts for the I for the LGBTQI because it's intersex or is an intersex author.
Oh.
It's a really good book. It's a good story.
Excellent. So much planning going on now.
I feel like I'm starting to do queenly like kind of waving. It's like this. It's kind of.
Glenda is reading The Soulmate by Sally Hepworth. I forgot the other question. I think the other question was just, how are you all?
We're just asking how you are. I might have to turn a light on because it's starting to rain outside. It's getting dark in here.
Is it?
It is getting dark.
Well, there is
raining?
weather warnings for
Rain.
I'm fading in the background. I'm going to go get the light on.
Yeah.
Ariane is reading The Shipping News by Annie Proulx.
I think it might be pronounced Prue, isn't it?
Is it? I
don't
never
know, I
know how
might
to
be
pronounce
I
that.
want my boobs to pop out.
I really want to read that book. Is it good, Ariane?
I know my mum's read it, but I haven't read it.
Did your mum like it? Because that is a good sign. If your mum liked it, I will probably
I
like
think
it.
she did. I've forgotten. I believe so. I believe she thought it was a good book. Brian says, indeed.
No, but who needs aircon when you have pieces of random paper to fan yourself with?
More good. I love how
want to read
Dani's fan is a copy of Nick and Charlie. I really want to read that.
Oh yeah, that's a really good book. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not even my book. It's my oldest one. But yeah, I need to read it.
I've got that on my shelves over there. I want to get Illuminated. I've requested it from Zigzag, trying to get it when it's the audiobook she hasn't finished recording the audiobook last time they said to me. So yeah, hopefully it'll be out on audiobook soon, because I think that obviously it's going to be read by Melanie herself. So
Nice. So I do like it when this happens. Impulse choice spotted on the returns shelf at the library. I do like the returns shelf at the library. Yeah. Or I have done in the past before.
I think you just like all the shelves at the library, Alice, to be fair.
As do we all, to be fair.
They are a little bit irresistible to me, yes. I do have a problem. Yeah. I'm looking at the two books that I've got today, and they're both library books, which is a bad sign. Whoops. And Glenda says, I love that book. Her latest is on my TBR. That was Annie, whose surname I probably pronounced wrong. Not sure. And Ariane says, yes, her latest one sounds amazing. So we have also got some more people joining us. Reading off my shelf. Hi guys, Sunday. And great to see Dani.
Oh.
Thank you. We agree.
We do.
Agreed.
Oh, I might have to dust that camera off.
Do it.
Yeah. Hashtag get Dani back on BookTube.
Yeah.
Oh, is that today's hashtag?
Yeah.
And Anne lives on the 9th floor, so usually has a breeze.
Oh, nice.
Jennifer,
Honestly,
Jennifer
I thought the rain would start to cool it down. It's not cooling it down.
No.
Just like being in Florida.
Just stick your head out the window, mate.
I might. You've got a plod, I'll be vanished.
Take the camera with you, and it'll be like the throwing the book out of the window incident again.
Yeah.
Only don't throw yourself out the window.
I'm not
Just
throwing
your
this out the window. This is a good collection.
Just put your head out. Jennifer's saying this is such a British conversation.
The British can talk about weather for a long time.
We've literally talked about the weather for over half an hour now, I would say.
You might be able to hear my thunder soon.
So Charlie says, the most challenging of all the challenges, as the contestant is being melted while having to record Women's Prize long listed titles, it's closer to medieval torture than ever. Yes, it is.
I feel I'm doing up quite well in torture then.
You did. I do feel like we should put some caveats on some of these, like poor old Sarah who went first, and Dani who's had to survive that extreme exhaustion.
We'll just start annotating them.
Yeah.
Moving them, I can see them like moving up and down the leaderboard, like +1 for heat exhaustion, +1 for being first.
Well, it's a bit like, you know, on like Top Gear where they did like the celeb in the cheap car. I can't remember what it was called, but they put like a W in brackets if it was like wet.
It was wet.
It's really like the equivalent.
And minus points if they said pineapple on pizza.
Yes. Oh.
Yes.
So Zach says it's 53 Fahrenheit, 11 degrees Celsius. I'm in Colorado where it can get to -40. I don't do heat either.
I would
wouldn't want
pay
that.
good money for 11 degrees for half an hour.
Mm. That is much colder. And Glenda thinks she could name more authors than books for Women's Prize. It would be interesting to do it for authors because I think some people would get more, but some people would get less. Because there's some authors where if you get on a roll with an author like Charlie did in the early days, you could like do your Mind Palace thing.
Yeah.
But that it would take out that element of it.
Oh, maybe we'll have to try that next.
Oh, tell us, Kate. Kate says, I have a new controversial.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
Oh.
I'm not going to say it.
I think I don't know, actually. I think I saw this on Instagram. Yeah. So tell us. And Sarah says, Bridge of Clay is immersive and brilliant, but the writing style won't be for everyone. It's very quirky. I like quirky, so I'm going to be trying that one. Quirky is like one of those catnip words to me where I'm like, I must get that book. And then I'm always just not quirky. Multi-generational family saga, yeah. I think when I hear those words now, though, I'm like, pick up my phone, Jem, have you heard of this book?
Yeah.
There's one.
Because I just know you'll want it.
Yeah, I'm the same with multi-generational family sagas, and Charlie is as well. Like Charlie in the comments is as well.
Yeah, love them.
I love them. So good.
I never traditionally did like them, but I think you ladies have taught me to like them. After Pachinko, how can I say I don't like it?
Exactly. And Great Circle was sort of multi-generational.
Oh yeah, Great Circle was awesome.
That was a great.
So Anne is enjoying East of Eden. Charlotte is just past the 10% mark and loving it. Yes. Brian is struggling with Tomb of Sand and enjoying A Room with a View. Cool.
I really want to get to Tomb of Sand at some point.
Have you guys read any E.M. Forster? I've never read E.M. Forster.
No, I need to.
Actually, no.
Need to, but I haven't.
Same. Need to, but I haven't. And Ariane says it is pronounced. I can't read the comment now because it's gone away.
Prue.
Pronounced Prue. Yeah. Sorry, I am bad at pronouncing stuff, but yeah, Prue. Annie Prue. Yes, good so far. A third of the way through.
Nice.
And Kelly is here. Hi, Kelly. I'm reading The Seven Moons of Marley Almeida, one of Charlie's favourites.
I love that book. I've loved it so much that I've read it twice in the last year.
At the halfway mark and just now getting interested in the story.
It definitely picks up in the second half, I think.
I like it,
cool.
because I think it's because it's like there's like a phrase, Charlie. You can, if you're here still, you say what it is. It's like Charlie Almeida, photographer, and then something like slut or something. And I'm like, I just love this book. I was like, that was one of the first lines, and I was like, yeah, sold.
Shall we do a plod, ladies? It's been 43 minutes of talking about the weather and books. So what is everyone reading today, apart from Jem, who has lost her book by going onto her phone? What are you going to be reading, Charlie?
I've got The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo, because this is one of my books that I want to. It's a Caribathon at the moment. I really want to take part, and I've been really bad because I had my library books to be back. So yeah, this is
cool. And Dani, are you going for some demon?
Yeah, going to read some. Hopefully, get a chapter, or maybe 2 chapters read.
Cool.
I also want to add, I've got Dave, my
the Lieutenant.
Yeah, I love him so much.
Nice. So, Jem, have you got a substitute book to call in?
August Town by Camilla.
I've read that.
So,
also Caribathon.
This way. Yeah, also Caribathon. I'm only like 3 chapters in, but I loved Camilla last year, so I'm hoping to love this too. Did you like it, Charlie?
Yeah, I thought it was good. It was a good book. I want to
Yeah,
read
it's a-
that other book though that you said about.
Oh,
think that
things
was-
I have withheld.
Yeah, that's really good. Really good. So yeah,
I'm hoping to get to Augustown this month as well, but I haven't started it yet.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm going to read. I've got about 20 pages left, I think, of The Power,
Ooh.
which
What are you thinking of it?
got a bit of a different cover because it's large print, but that was what they wanted at the library. So, I'm not really sure. Like, it sounds exactly like an Alice book on paper, but like, I'm not that sure. It's taken me at least. I mean, this has got more pages than it should have because it's large print, so it's like 400 odd pages, but I felt like I didn't really get into it super much until about 300 pages gone by, and that's but yeah, it is good. I'm still going to watch the TV series as well because I want to compare them, but if I get done with that, I'm going to read my chapters for today of Ninth House, which I'm reading.
How are you guys enjoying that book?
Ninth House.
It's okay.
That's a bit of a face.
Gem face. What is that face? Gem.
Yeah,
You've
Jem's
got to
not really
explain
enjoying
that
it.
face.
It's fine. It's
Hating it.
fine.
You
It's
hating
YA. It's not adult.
When Jem
I'm
calls
not a
anything
YA.
fine, it just means it's the opposite of fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just hating it.
It had
I
a really
would have
good
DNF'd
bit.
it if it wasn't a buddy read. I would have DNF'd
Had
it.
There we go.
really good bit a few chapters ago, didn't it? Like, got really exciting,
Yeah.
and then I feel like it was like, and it's gone back to fine again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but I think
I
what
really
is
hated Shadow and Bone as well, like the first
Yeah.
two.
I
So I
like
think
them.
Lee Bardugo just isn't for me.
I've heard no really
it's
good
funny
things about Shadow and Bone. No.
Mm.
Yeah. Like I know people like the next one, the next series after that.
Oh, Six of Crows,
Six
yeah.
of Crows. But I've not heard many people like Shadow and Bone.
Oh,
I've never tried that.
no, I
I've got-
thought that. I think that what's ruining all of the other books for me at the moment and making me think The Power's fine, Ninth House is fine, is we're also doing a buddy read of second book in Joe Abercrombie's series, which is called Before They Are Hanged, and it's so good that it's making me not like any of the other books, which is unfortunate. But yeah, shall we do some plodding then, ladies?
Yeah.
Forgotten how to share my timer. Let's go on one that wants us to share it. I'm such a go slow, sorry, my computer is like, okay, we'll do that in the next 10 minutes. Maybe. Chat amongst yourselves. It's taking its time. Have also pressed for the comment to come off the screen. Don't know what's going on.
But Zigzag is good.
I'll start the timer and we'll go to a plod, and hopefully I'll sort my life out in the plod. If I can make the timer start, that is. So happy reading, everyone. Hello.
Hello.
Have you got a fan, Jem? I can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
You're still muted. Can't hear you.
Doesn't look like Gem's on mute. I haven't muted Gem, but we can't hear you. Oh dear, it's all going wrong today.
It always goes wrong.
Well, it wouldn't be right if in our last one it didn't go wrong at all, would it?
Exactly.
Everyone in the
After all
comments,
that
tell us
time,
which one do you think's going to win? Because obviously, for the next time we see you guys, the winner will have already been announced. So tell us
it
who is
will.
your winner. Who do you think is going to win, and who you want to win?
Exactly.
Dani, you can tell us as well. Who do you think will win? / who do you want to win? Or...
Can you hear me now?
Yay!
Yay.
Oh dear, I don't know what happened there.
I feel like I can't really have an opinion since I've not read any of the books.
Have an opinion. We don't care.
But there
Well-
are wrong opinions and there are right opinions. So.
Yeah. Some opinions are more right than others.
I feel Demon Copperhead, just because even there's just certain like phrases that I'm reading in here. I think even the first chapter, or was it the first just like first I got myself born, straight away I was like, that's amazing, that's brilliant. Like, and then there's just like certain things that if I did annotate books, I would be like highlighting quite a lot in this. And I'm only 24 pages in.
Yeah.
So,
That's a good endorsement.
but then I do a lot. I haven't read the other Maggie O'Farrell book, but Hamlet's one of my favourite books of all time. But I feel like what I've heard, that's not as good as Hamlet. But,
For me, it wasn't, but everyone likes different things, don't they?
but yeah. So I'll go Demon Copperhead.
Cool. That's a good choice.
That's my choice.
You can stay.
So on this sort of topic, I thought that as our last plod, we could have some plod awards today. So I have some categories for us to award some winners over the, I think, should we say over the whole long list, although some of them will obviously be shortlist limited. So do join in the comments. We might do a few comments first, actually, because otherwise I'm going to lose track of them. But yes, definitely join in the comments with your.
The more you waffle, Dani, the more you make me want to.
But let's see some quick comments first. I know I was up to this one. So Kelly was asking us, do you ever check comments? And I can't read it because I'm hovering over it. Do we ever check comments awaiting review in our dashboard? I had a comment on Alice's video this week, disappear into the vastness. Now, I did check just now on the plod because I saw your comment. It's not there. So
that happened to Kit's one as well. A comment from Kit disappeared.
I don't often have a comment like actually in that comments awaiting review, and I have been known to sometimes get one like months later. Like it tells you it's from like 3 months ago or something, and you're like, why is it been held for review for 3 months? But more often than not, I think it's just disappearing comments. Like they don't seem to end up there.
Yeah, YouTube does do that. Or just delete them. Really annoying.
I didn't even know this was a thing, so didn't even know comments awaiting review.
Yeah, I've had it happen to comments that I've made on other people's channels as well. Like it's there and then it's not there, and I don't know what's going on with it, but it's, for some reason, doesn't seem to actually make it to your comments awaiting review. I rarely get something waiting in there. But I do try to check it to make sure it's not happening. Rebecca is recommending Zigzag for audiobooks. Charlie, you listen to Zigzag, don't you?
It's really, really good because basically it's like it's just like a way of doing something that's not Amazon-y all the time, and they're really like environmental. I think the company's really like they score high on that rating thing. I can't remember what it was called. You guys probably know more than me. So I watched Jack did a video on all of like that stuff. And so did Scott. So did Scott, didn't he? So anyway, it's just really good. And you just basically, the more you buy, the cheaper it gets, and it can get down to $3.99, I think, after a certain point. It does reset after a year, but you can get effectively you can be buying. So then it's like I'm at the point now where it's like it's cheaper for me to buy an audio book than it is to buy like a brand new book.
Yeah. How much is it initially? Because that's what concerns
me. I think it's $7.99.
Oh, it's not bad. That's the same as effectively an Audible credit, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then I think it's you buy five. I think it's $7.99 for the first 5, and then after that it drops down £1, and then it drops down £1 each time. I think that's right until it gets $3.99.
Oh,
that is good. I need to read through my backlog of stuff that I've bought on Audible, but once I've done that, maybe. Zach is going to start The Salt Grows Heavy by Cassandra Knorr, maybe.
Not heard of that.
Let us know how you're getting on with that, Zach, if you did indeed start it. And Brian at Bookish says, I do sometimes, but sometimes they aren't there or they show up later. I've had comments that were made a year ago show up in just the last few weeks. I had that like a few weeks ago. Some showed up from like 3 months ago, and I was like, what are these doing here? Yeah, interesting.
I don't know why it happens because, like I said, I had a comment from Kit, and I was like, I was going to try and reply to it, and I said to them, I was like, oh, I'm sorry I haven't replied to it, but it's like it's vanished, and it's like or maybe I'd left it. Like it's one of those way rounds. It's either I'd left a comment on their channel or vice versa, but I was like, it vanished.
Yeah, I've had this before where you like keep trying to go into the notification, like it's telling you you've got a comment from somebody, and you click on it, and every time you click on it, it's like there is no comment. You know, oh, why? Give me my comment. I don't know what it is, to be honest.
I want to read that
Jennifer was reading. Maurice or Morris. I don't know.
Is that one that's Jen the Librarian's? One of Jen the Librarian's favourite. I'm fairly certain Jen the Librarian loves that book.
Don't know why it happens. Sometimes I can see a comment on my phone. Yeah, exactly the same as we were saying. Charlie's got the quote from Marley Almeida. Photographer, gambler, slut.
I love it. I just love it.
Oh, what a surprise. Jennifer DNF the power. Of course you did, Jennifer. To be honest, I probably wasn't at the point of DNFing it, but there are some bits that have been very, very slow going.
I've never been tempted to read it.
Nearly at the end now. It won, I think, this prize in, was it 2016?
Yeah.
The Power was going to be a biography of the dart champion, Phil the Power Taylor. That'd be funny if it was. But no, I'm not reading that. If it was, I probably wouldn't read that because I'm not really into darts. I don't know what's happened to the comments. The comments have sorted out. Sarah said she hated the Power and DNF'd, even though the premise is amazing. This is what I'm struggling with a little bit. I love the premise, which is basically women suddenly get powers, like actual electrical powers, and it's sort of things that are clearly heading for apocalypse. And what's been quite interesting is that like each section has been like 7 years to go, 6 years to go, or like it's about to happen sort of thing as you get further on. And one of the other things I'm finding interesting is that at the end of each section there's like pictures, or I've been partly listening to the audiobook as well, so it's like an audio guide to the picture if you're listening to it. It's like a picture, and it talks about it being like an artifact from a long time ago. So you're sort of under the impression that the apocalypse has happened a long time ago, and this is like how it built up to it. So like you've got sometimes a picture of an artifact.
Yeah.
So I find that interesting, and I think it's the sort of book where I love the premise, and I actually really like the way it's been laid out. But I think there's like 4 main characters that you're following at various times, and I don't particularly like any of them.
You haven't
I don't know if
connected.
that's on purpose or if it's just like me. Could be me. That's fine, but don't get me wrong, there's no characters that are like out and out terrible, and it's obviously, I think the people that you don't like, you're not meant to like. But I just don't feel a much of a connection with anybody. And yeah, just rambling on about the power now.
That's okay, you're allowed to.
Yeah. Kate says trespasses.
That's
This
the one that
this was Kate's new winner, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a debut and wonderful, but obviously I wouldn't be sad if Demon took it.
I love that you love Trespasses, Kate. Thank you.
Yeah, I can see why people like Trespasses, but personally, no, I can see why people like it. Like, there's a lot to like. It didn't have any impact. Well, no, it's not. It didn't have any impact even. I just didn't love it. Yeah. It was fine, in Gemma's words.
Yeah. I'm not sure I'd even go to fine, though. I think it was dull.
Wouldn't you?
You're downgrading it from fine.
It was
Yeah,
boring. It was boring.
It was, yeah.
No, I
Snooze-worthy.
keep trying to be kind to it, but I was really very bored.
I don't think I've ever like wanted you to DNF a book more, actually, to be fair. And I love that
You
book.
did tell me to DNF.
Yeah, I was like, DNF.
I don't think I've said this on here yet. I have actually read all 16 now.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah, I made it. And I didn't DNF any, so that is read in their entirety.
That
is
is
crazy.
That is really
I won't be doing that next year.
It's impressive and slightly crazy.
Yeah, that's enough of that for now. Laurie is currently reading The Chessmen, the last book in the Lewis trilogy. I've loved this trilogy. I don't know
heard of that one.
Like, we're learning, like, this is one of the things I'm going to miss the most, is everyone's like 5 recommendations every
getting
week.
new book recs every week. Kate wants Charlie's bookmark. It's very cool bookmark.
Etsy. I'll message you. I'll link it on my video on my channel, the Etsy seller, or I'll message you, Kate. Don't worry, it's an Etsy seller.
Love Etsy for a bookmark.
Chris is reading Family Law by Elizabeth Acevedo. Enjoying it. Finishing this finally. I would be fine with anyone except King Solver or O'Farrell. Want a new winner.
I'm so jealous that you've got Family Law. Did you get how did you get hold of a copy of Family Law? Is it because it's you have?
Is it out in the States already?
I don't know. Is it?
I'm
so jealous.
Yeah.
That's probably apart from the Jessica Townsend one. That's like my new, like, highly anticipated release.
So I think we're now on to what everybody thinks is going to win versus what they want to win before we get on to our Plod Awards. So we have Charlotte saying, I want Demon to win, but I think Plod will win.
Agree, Charlotte. Agree.
Yeah. I really wouldn't be surprised, but I so want Demon to win.
Can you imagine our faces Wednesday night if Pod wins?
I think the judges are doing this to mess with us. I think they're going to make Pod win to mess with us.
I feel like Gem's glass of wine will reflect the stress levels of.
Yeah, I will have a glass of wine, and yeah.
So Jennifer thinks it will be demon or trespasses. Kind of want Pod to win just for Gem's reaction.
Jennifer, no, take that back.
Paris, Texas says, "Hi ladies, I only read one of the books, Bandit Queens, so I cannot make a prediction."
You can make a prediction. You can
And
predict as much as you like. You're a safe space here with us. You say what you think.
And Charlie says trespasses or bust. No. I actually would be. This sounds really, really weird. I wouldn't be like. Obviously, I will have a reaction if Pod wins, but I've sort of made myself believe that really could happen. So I wouldn't be as disappointed because it's given us so much entertainment this year. Like, not by actually reading the book. Reading the book I found to be not that entertaining, but talking about the book this intensively for this amount of time, I don't think any other book's given us quite so much fun. So
I mean, it has led to a lot of animal discussions of varying levels.
We have learned a lot about animals.
But
some things that we don't want to remember, Dani.
But I think I actually would be disappointed if Trespasses won.
I think if Demon doesn't win, I would like Fire Rush to win. Even though I don't think it was a perfect book, I think it was doing something so different and unique in the space for a debut author.
Yeah,
that would be the one that I would want if I can't have Demon.
Same for me.
Trespasses is bottom of my pack. Not Trespasses. Trespasses not. I liked Fire Rush, but it's like I think bottom of my pack is Pod, then Fire Rush. Like I do think I would want to read more from the author though. I don't know.
Yeah, I just think out of the 3 debuts, Fire Rush is doing something really different, like you said, Jen. Whereas Trespasses and Black Butterflies, I also didn't feel very much about. Terrible to say, but I didn't.
Pod.
Rebecca says Pod. And Anne wants Demon Copperhead to win, but I think Trespasses will win. No.
I don't think Trespasses will win. I want it to win, but I don't think it will. I think it's going to be either Pod or Demon.
Demon Copperhead for the win. If any of the others win, I will still understand. Yeah. Even Pod. A spectacular year.
Yeah, it has been. I've enjoyed it. It's been fun.
And Amelia Reeds is here. Says, hi, sorry I'm late.
Hi.
Looks like the weather is hot in the UK. Yes.
It's super hot.
Yep.
We've spent about 45 minutes talking about the heat, so it's hot.
I've got my tea now though, so can't be that for me.
Zach says, farewell to Pod, farewell to Ia, the Remora, Google, the clams, and of course our beloved Ras. Yes, after this week we may never talk about them again.
We'll try and remove them from our brain. I still think next year a pod will still come up next year somehow in discussion.
I'm sure it will. Hopefully I will have fully repressed it by then. Just checked Hell for review and I have a bunch in there. Oh, there you go, Charlotte.
I always do forget to look there, to be fair.
Yeah. Thanks to was it Kelly who commented that, because I haven't looked at it for ages either, but there was nothing there in mine. And Brian agrees with Gemma, but I love Trespasses.
Yeah.
I do think Fire Rush, it was very like the first section, I literally was like 5 stars for me. It just petered off. Like it just yeah.
Paul has written a book about bees and dolphins. Curious as to what animal is next.
Well, Jem has already said ducks.
Ducks. The brutality.
I hope she doesn't come out with a book next called The Ducks or something.
If she does, then Jem should get 10%.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah.
Or just quack.
So, in our Plod Awards, join in the comments. The first category is best main character. Who would you give best main character to for any of the books you've read for this year? And could be a long listed book, could be a short listed book.
I have to get the book before I have a character in my head.
What? Anyone want to start?
You can start, Alice, because you said the category can be just to start.
Well, my best main character is obviously Demon.
Yeah.
I just I can't get past how much I liked him. I do think that Lucrezia in The Marriage Portrait is a really good character,
Yes,
and
yes.
I feel like they, but not to rival Demon, but I do feel like that book is not getting anywhere near enough love. And I think if it was on this shortlist and Demon wasn't on this shortlist, then I think it would have got a lot more love.
Potentially.
I think people are not giving it love because it Maggie O'Farrell won the award like only a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And the book is actually really, really good. It's still like my second favourite out of all of the books. It's like, yeah, as people have said, not as good as Hamnet, and it did take a little bit longer to get into, but I just think it's a really good book anyway. But that was not the question. The question was best main character. Who was best for you, Jem?
Demon, 100% Demon. I don't
Mm-hmm.
actually think any of the other main characters came close for me.
No.
I
Not
like
me. I
Kushla.
think I just wanted to mention Marriage Portrait.
I'm going to say Kushla because
No, Charlie.
I do. I really love Kushla. I know you hate her. I really, really liked her. I know you guys hate her so much, but I love
She's
her.
so boring.
No, I like
very
the
boring.
school
She makes
teacher. And
such
also,
stupid
no,
decisions.
I've changed my answer. It's not a
What
main
did you
character
say,
though.
Tom?
It's not a main character though. Davy. I love Davy. Bonus points for Davy.
Oh no, you can't have him for main character. He's not a main
He's
character.
not a main character. I'll say Kushla.
Kushla, no.
No.
If
I
we
think
had
I
a-
prefer
Brian on my
yeah,
side.
to
Brian was on my
Kushla.
side. I
Um,
can't very well not say my favourite book. I can't not very well say.
I think you can have the best main character that wasn't from your best book easily.
Yeah,
especially
Good, but
if the main character in your best book is an absolute fool. But yeah, anyway. Dani, any best main character or not much to judge from?
No, I can't really judge. I feel because it is just going to be Demon just now, but
Yeah.
I also like the main character
Demon
from
for every
Bandit
category.
Queen. I also
Yeah,
like the main character
Geeta.
from Bandit Queens.
I did like her, but she's nowhere near Demon level.
Who, sorry?
Geeta.
Geeta. She was really good. I liked her a lot.
Yeah, she was a good character, but not in the level of Demon. Maybe something similar or worse than Pod will be on the list next year to take its place. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for entertainment.
Yeah. I don't know.
And Brian's saying huzzah for Kushla.
This is where I love Brian.
Yeah.
Trying to help you hold up.
So, Charlie, you've probably already told us, but my next category was best side character. So you can have Davey for that.
I'm going to say Davey. Yeah, I'll say Davey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone in the comments, let us know your best side characters that maybe weren't the main focus of their book, but you did like them anyway. And mine is actually, I think mine might actually go to Google in Pod because I loved him. I loved him so much.
You did love him.
Mm.
Who's yours, Jem? Ooh.
So for mine, I haven't finished it yet, but I think it's going to be the woman I'm obsessed with from I'm a Fan.
Oh, cool side character.
Because I think, she's super cool. I kind of want to be like her. I want to have her Instagram reel. So I think she's.
You want to be obsessed with the woman I'm obsessed with?
I want to be the woman I'm obsessed by.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Cool.
That's one of
Look at my forehead's getting sweatier and sweatier because I've stopped wafting.
It is hard today. I don't think I have any other favourite side characters. I didn't actually really think about these when I wrote them down.
Again, I think Bandit Queens have got some strong side characters again.
Agree.
Yeah. No, can't remember. So yeah, anybody? So Kate has said best character demon.
Yeah.
And Charlie, also rooting for Kushla, has said Kushla is such an did he say interesting or intriguing? I can't see the comment anymore. Intriguing character though. She falls in love with the wrong person, a married man, but what is seen as worse is helping a child who is living in difficult circumstances.
It's true.
Yeah. I just like the name Kushla. Future pet will get named that in my house.
I agree. I love the name Kushla.
And Brian can never remember characters' names.
Oh, I'm the same side. Even when I'm reading them, like Alice knows this because she's buddy read with me loads. But I'm like, you know that character, like the one that did this thing.
I forget the characters' names. I forgot Ada's name when I was trying to film my video for this week's video.
Yeah, I feel like the other day, because we are buddy reading at the moment, aren't we? I feel like the other day you said something like, I had actually forgotten that he had a sister, sort of thing. Like, okay. I've definitely forgotten. Yeah, but I think it's fine to do buddy reads and be like, you know, that dude who does this.
Yeah, the major stuck guy.
Yeah.
I think we called a character in ours Bowser for a couple of days because we couldn't remember his name.
Yeah.
It began with a B.
Yeah, we renamed him Bowser. What was his name? I've forgotten it now.
I love that you guys do that kind of nickname.
Yeah,
Balon. Balon? Is that his name? I don't know.
I can't remember what his name is now. Never mind. But it wasn't Bowser. And in Crime and Punishment, we had a character called Marmalade, didn't we?
Well, yeah, we did.
Oh, dearie me. Thank you so much for your plod along. I've loved listening while I read most of the long list for the first time.
Thank you for joining us.
It's been lovely to have you.
We've appreciated everyone. The three of us have had like the best. Like it's been obviously a lot, but we've had the best time, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been so much fun. Yes. So much fun. Thank you all for coming along every week. So my next category is best animal character. And I've already given Google an award, so I'm not giving it to Google. Did anyone else have a favourite animal character? Go, Charlie.
You think Jem can say?
It's Bandit. It's got to be Bandit.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Bandit was awesome.
Yeah.
I did have a little soft spot for Queecoats in The Dog of the North, so shout out to him. Because
I didn't get that far.
You didn't get as far as Queecoats.
As soon as I read Queecoats, I was like, apart from the fact that when you mentioned it the other day, I thought he was a cat because I'd completely forgot he was a dog. But, I knew
that was so memorable.
It's so bad, isn't it? I thought the dog was a cat. Oopsie.
Yeah.
But yeah, as soon as I saw the character name, I was like, this because it's named after Don Quixote, isn't it? So,
yeah.
Yeah, that was
I loved Queecoat's little name story about how he was named after someone's mispronunciation of Quixote. So good. But yeah, that's quite a random tangent. But Bandit was an awesome dog in Bandit Queens.
We love
Bandit. Kate would vote for Dahlia's side character.
There.
And Chris. I can't see what Chris has said. Why does it keep doing this? Have you decided to do plods for the booker? No.
Go and support Kieran. Kieran from KD Books runs a lovely thing on Plek, and if you just pay like a few little pounds, I'm sure there'll be he'll be probably doing a booker deal actually. He normally does booker deals. So when that's announced, If you go follow Kieran, give Kieran all the.
I would love it if your buddy reads were turned into plods. Can you imagine if us buddy reading live? That would be crazy.
That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah. So Paris, Texas is saying, Gem, then you must love Middlemarch only for that reason. I think this is about the names, but I can't read the rest of it. It's almost as bad as Anna Karenina with the names. Cadwalder, Castleborn. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce all these names. Hard to keep track of.
So I'm really behind. Me and Paris Texas are buddy reading Middlemarch, but I'm like really, really far behind. We were supposed to do 2 parts a week, and I still haven't finished part 1.
Oh dear.
But when I do leave a message, it will be along the lines of, you know, that guy that did the thing who she liked and he liked, and yeah, it's going to be very much like that. So look forward to that, Paris Texas.
And Chris is saying these plods have been so much fun, so I officially don't want them to end. Thank you.
They're going to give big love to you guys because you guys are
I'm
so
sure
sweet.
we will be back next year.
We will.
We might be doing we might do like something in November. Can we say that? Like,
might we?
Not do a Plodalong, but you said we might do a live show for like a non-fiction.
Well,
thing.
I was thinking because the Women's Prize had said that, and then we've heard obviously that it might be at the same time, but they have said that they will announce something later in this year. So if they do, maybe we could do something.
Yeah.
I'm just booking you guys.
Maybe. Bandit for sure on the animal characters. I still want to book a Plodalong. No.
We love you.
I feel like if somebody's likely to cave, it's going to be Gem.
I am feeling the pressure.
I'm going to be reading the booker, but I feel like we can't possibly do a booker. Like it's just no. Just no. Yeah.
Maybe we could do like 1 live for the booker just to like see what everyone's thinking.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, yeah. Me and Charlie are going to be doing booker content anyway.
Just so that I can have a place to rant if I've read one and it's made me feel stupid again.
But we can like ask you guys your thoughts if you want to do a live show and ask them like if you want to.
Maybe. Let's see how we feel in booker season.
But we're not going to commit to.
We're not going to do some vlogs. So. Pod for the win. The best book should win, and it's Pod by a mile. It is not Pod by a mile. No. Oh dear. I think maybe Shannon's got the same version of Pod that the judges have got that is making her love it.
Yeah.
It might not be the version I read.
No.
And Brian's cheeky Brian.
Brian's still trying for a book Plodalong. And that says, I think you mean DHM. I'm not sure. I don't know what that was about.
Can't remember what that was about.
Oh, here we go. Do you mean Bias? Yeah. I nicknamed him Mr. Clean.
Yes.
Do we mean Bias? We're talking about like the guy who's king of the north who nobody likes very much.
Is
Bias the major? Is Bias the magus?
Yeah, Bias is the magus. Balon, I think, is the name, isn't it?
Is he?
Isn't it?
No, I don't think it is. I thought Balon was in Game of Thrones.
Maybe.
I could be wrong. I haven't actually read Game of Thrones. It was somebody beginning with B, and we were calling them Bowser. Definitely an end of the year would be great. We'll see.
It's a bit more doable because it's like a little bit of time would have passed.
Yeah. If it was maybe a little bit of a one-off, I think we might pop back on your screen sometime.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm going to skip some of my categories because I've got too many categories. But my favourite category I've come up with is the best long-listed book that was robbed of the shortlist, and I'm calling this the Careless Award. the Careless Award because Careless was so robbed last year.
By the way, I love the fact that you call it the Careless Award.
Yes.
Charlie, who would you give the Careless Award to?
I'm going to give it to the same one that I'm sure Jen will give it to. Wandering Souls.
100%. Robbed.
Yeah. I actually would give it to Wandering Souls as well. And I didn't love it as much as you two did, but I still think it was better than a couple of the things on the shortlist.
Yeah.
And I also think that Bandit Queens was better than a couple of things on the shortlist. And I also think that I'm a Fan was better than a couple of things on the shortlist.
I agree.
So, yeah. But we can't all like the same things, so there we go.
Yeah.
Oh.
This one hopefully is going to get the comments. We've got Wandering Souls was robbed.
Yes.
Rebecca. And Kelly says Bandit Queens was robbed.
It
was.
And Jennifer would give the Careless Award to I'm a Fan.
Yes. Is it still your favourite book of the year, Jennifer? Tell us.
Yes. No, is it?
Or if you want to save it for your video, save it for a video. I'm not trying to all your future videos. If you can.
And Anne is asking us, is there going to be a reaction video? Yes, there is. We think the actual announcement of the Women's Prize winner is starting at 7:10, isn't it?
Yeah.
Confused by Charlie's signals.
I'm saying yes, it is.
Yeah. Starting at 7:10 on Wednesday. So we think our live show will be starting at 8. Hopefully they will have announced it by then, because last year there was a bit of a speech.
We can always come on anyway.
And it will be on Charlie's chat. And I'm still pointing the wrong way. How many years have I been doing this? I can't even point the right way. It's going to be on Charlie's channel. And it's going to be 8 o'clock on Wednesday.
Yes.
And Jennifer says it's one of my favourites. Still haven't had a 5-star this year though.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
So stingy, Jen. Stingy.
Yeah.
I think Jennifer, your last 5 stars was Secrets, wasn't it? The Secrets of Hotwood Hall. I love that book. I finished it finally. I feel like I'm one of the last.
It was so good.
I still haven't read it.
I don't have it.
It's not so good.
I should have bought that for your birthday instead.
I went see when I was in Edinburgh, I went in so many different bookshops on the hunt for it, and not one of them had it.
No way.
Shows it's popular though.
And everywhere I go, I'm going to Waterstones and I try to find it, and it's not there.
Rubbish.
So I might just have to do it on Amazon. But I've got a £10 in vouchers from Waterstones.
Yeah, Charlotte's saying 7:10 p.m. That is when it is UK time, the announcement. So hopefully 8 o'clock from us to react to it. And maybe if they've announced it immediately at 7:10, we would have calmed down by then.
Yes.
Charlotte says that'll be 3 a.m. here, so I'll wake up to the news.
How long did it take for us to calm down from the news of the long list? I'm fairly certain we were still because I think they announced it a similar time. No, was it?
No, wasn't it?
It was the morning, was it?
Oh, yeah, it was
the long list we had in the morning, didn't we? And we just were like,
because I just remember the chat.
No, long list was 5 o'clock, and we were going live at
7. No.
7 or something, because we were I remember scrambling to order them all from the library.
That's right. Shortlist was.
Oh, it was shortlist.
Shortlist was in the morning.
That was it.
And we'd had all day to calm down, but we still hadn't calmed down.
No, I don't think we had calmed down. No.
It was because at the last minute, the last one, we were all like, oh, it's going to be Wandering Souls or I'm a Fan. And then they're like, and Pod.
At least we're prepared for it. I feel like we're prepared for it. I honestly don't mind. Honestly, I don't mind whatever wins. I don't mind really. I do mind a little bit with Pod. But the rest of them, I don't mind. like
Yeah.
mostly.
I mean, even if Pod wins, it has given us a lot of entertainment, so I don't mind.
Exactly. It's been a discussion.
It's just fun, like it's just fun trying to read all the books and talk about all the books, isn't it? And finding out like different people like more than other things. It's just been fun.
And I think as well, it's fun what you think you're going to like and then what you actually like. Because like, Jem, your favorite, that like, if there was an award for like, which book would you have thought was your favorite versus what, like, I don't know, or biggest change of thoughts? I don't know. From initial impressions.
It's got to be either Pod or Black Butterflies, I think.
I thought I was going to hate Trespasses because I honestly thought I was going to hate Trespasses. But yeah. I don't think what else has been the biggest shock for me. You guys can think.
I feel like Children of Paradise, I was like, oh, this is going to be so weird, I'm going to love it. But then it was just like, okay, that was weird, but it was just like, just fine. No.
Okay, it was good in places, a bit boring and like not boring, but
I suppose when people describe books as weird, I'm always like drawn in, and then if they're not weird, I'm like, oh, or not weird in a good way.
I like books to surprise me. I like books to sort of like, I don't know, either with character or with plot.
Yeah. A lot of my best books are often a book that has surprised me.
Yeah, agree.
Any other awards you think we should give out, ladies, apart from our own personal winners? I think we all know what everyone's going to pick for that.
Yeah.
I still think that it will win though. Demon Copper, it's either got to be Demon Copperhead or it's going to be Pod, like surely.
But what do you want to win, Charlie, as it actually Trespasses?
Yes, obviously. They're under any doubt.
Just checking.
I do like Demon. Like I do think Demon is probably arguably better like written, but I just like Trespasses so much. I can't help it.
Not just arguably. And Jem, I'm assuming you're going to say Demon.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Would be your winner.
I do love it though. I do love Demon. Yeah. And I feel like that's another thing. It's like given me one, like in terms of like books, I like going to the backlist. Like obviously, I've straight away headed to Barbara Kingsolver's. Straight away, I've read the Poison Bible just recently because I liked it that much. So not the Poison Bible, but the Demon Copperhead.
Have we got time to do another plod, ladies? Because I'm aware that we've been talking a long time, and I've only just realised what time it is.
Not really. Have we?
No.
It's like 10.
I don't think I can fit another one in.
No, yeah, I need to do dinner.
Yeah.
So we will start to wrap up then, everybody, soon. So let's just see the last of the comments. Let us know if you haven't let us know what your winner is. You've calmed down by then, depending on who the winner is. Yeah. If it is Pod, I'm not sure you'll ever recover. Don't know. Yeah. We'll see. Bandit and Wandering Souls should have made it.
Yeah.
Agree. I feel like the excitement lasts all day on social media. Yeah, as soon as you finish watching somebody's reaction, there's somebody else's reaction pops up. It's great.
Yeah.
That's the best thing, actually, watching everyone's reactions. Like the reactions to the short lists just made me laugh so much.
Yeah. I mean, if it is Pod, I'm going to have a lovely time like watching everybody's reaction to that because that will be hilarious. That was absolute gold.
At least we know Pod can't make the booker, so we're safe there.
And Amelia's asking, are you going to do the booker with Charlie again, Charlie?
Yeah, we're going to read the booker. We're going to try anyway. Depending on what comes up, because like I never force myself to read anything that I don't want to read. So if it's all books I think are rubbish, I'm not going to read them. So.
Fair enough. And
We'll try. We're going to try.
I wrote all the books from Children of Paradise down, maybe to watch over the winter in front of our log fire and read it again from the library. Good idea. Yeah, each chapter was named after like a classic film, wasn't it? So
Yeah,
would be interesting to watch them.
And I wonder how much more we would have all got out of Children of Paradise if we would have known all the
I'm
films.
not sure, because the chapters that were films that I had seen, like there were like slight passing similarities to the film in the chapter, but not so much that I thought it added loads.
Yeah.
But then I'd probably only watched maybe about 3 or 4 of them out of all of them. So hard to say. It would be really cool to have like a marathon of watching all the films and then look at it again. I would choose Trespassers as the best of the shortlist, but I'm a Fan is my fave of the entire list.
That's fair enough.
Good choice, Chris. And Shannon says the best case scenario is a tie with Pod and Black Butterflies.
That would be Jem's idea of hell.
Well, I didn't hate black butterflies.
No, I didn't either.
It didn't set my world on fire. Like
was it like milk?
Well, yeah, well, I don't like milk, so.
Yeah. It was like a margarita pizza.
It was like a margarita pizza. You're right. It was fine, tasty enough, but didn't have any spark.
I think I might have ruined Black Butterflies for myself completely by reading S like a couple of books before it.
S
and it's like there's no comparison.
There's not.
That's fair enough.
Like the 2 books about the Balkans, but S is like just so that I don't have words for it.
I feel like I want to read that for Misery May next year. I'm already planning my Misery May for next year.
Yeah. It's definitely the better book of the 2.
But obviously they both give very different, they focus in on very different people during that same sort of time period, which was fine for me because like they were separate enough. But like when there was a mention in Black Butterflies of them like speculating that they'd heard that there was camps, I was like, the camps, S is in the camps.
Yeah. I do think it's better written as well, though.
Yeah, agree. And S was translated, wasn't it? And I often find with translated books, I don't enjoy the writing as much sometimes. But I thought it was better written than Black Butterflies.
Agree.
Kelly saying, especially Kieran's reaction if Pod wins. Yeah. Kieran will be on here and Pod. In fact, I think this is the first one Kieran hasn't showed up to and said Pod.
I know.
We hope he's okay.
But he's probably busy.
He's allowed to
be. Chris saw all the films mentioned in Children of Paradise and it didn't make a difference. It's still my least favourite of the books.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Fair enough.
Always, Amelia. You're always invited. Always.
Amelia's very excited about that. Good. Sorry, the comments have been on such a go slow today. I think you are actually all having them appear when I click them, but I'm not having them appear when I click them, so then I can't read them out.
They do.
Over 120 books throughout the chapters will keep me busy over cold winter. Yeah. That will keep you very busy. And Brian says, thank you for the plodding fun this year, ladies.
Thank you
for joining us.
Brian.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody who's turned up. Thank you, Charlie and Jem, for running this. And thanks, Dani, for being our final guest.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
And we hope
having you with us. Yeah. Get Dani back on BookTube.
Oh,
yeah.
Tell the video, Dani.
We want videos.
I just need to film a video. That's all I need to do.
And then you should like give a shout out to the people that you love. aka us.
Book waffle ladies. Yep.
Always.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you everybody who's come along. And I didn't quite finish the power, but I will finish it tonight. And we will see you all on Wednesday. I do have a banner for that, but that will probably take about 5 hours for me to get it to work. So yeah, the next show will sadly be our last for a little while anyway. And that will be the live reaction to the winner, as we've said, at 8 p.m. on Charlie Book Reads.
Whoop, whoop.
Shannon says, would you ever do a meetup video with all the Plod participants as a treat for your fans?
If we could organise it, we definitely would.
Yeah.
That's not a bad
That's
idea.
actually a good idea.
Yeah. The Plodalong live.
Yeah.
Meeting
Plodalong
in person.
I would love to meet you guys. Seriously, I'm sure the others would too.
Yeah.
Sounds fun. It sounds logistically difficult, but yeah,
I'm sure we
I'll
can sort it.
definitely consider it.
Never say never.
No. And Amelia says, thank you so much. I had so much fun with the Plodalongs. Can't wait for the reaction video. You are all amazing. Thank you, Amelia. And Anne's saying thank you as well. And with that, I think we will wrap up and say goodbye till next time. And thank you, Dani, for joining us. And please make some videos. And thank you, Charlie and Jem, for keeping us entertained as always. And we will see you all on Wednesday. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.